Well, hello everybody. Today I thought we'd make some country fried steak where I can actually show you step by step, okay? All right, first thing I did was I've got 3 packages of cube steak, and in each package you get 2 pieces, and I cut each of the piece in half so I would end up with 4 pieces, smaller pieces, because what you're going to do is take them out and then you're going to use your meat mallet and you're just going to pound them out real good on both sides, because what you're doing is breaking up all that connective tissue and everything, so it'll become a lot more tender. And not only that, you can stretch one of these pieces of meat into almost double the size, so you're getting more out of it, and this way it'll become fork tender. Okay, so that's what I did. It was like $6.99 a pound, and for 3 pounds it ended up being like $20. All right, so I've already pounded out both sides really good. All right, then what you're going to do is you're going to take about 1.5 cups of milk and a couple of eggs and beat them up, because we're setting up the dredging station. All right, and then a few cups of flour, and in the flour we're going to add about a teaspoon of paprika, and then we're going to add in about a teaspoon of black pepper and a couple teaspoons of this seasoned salt. That has paprika, it has celery and all kinds of odds and ends in it, little chili peppers and so forth. Okay, and if you like it spicy, then you can add some kind of a hot spice in it. All right, and just stir that up good. And what we're going to do, we're going to salt and pepper each side of the meat. Then we're going to stick it first into the flour, and then we're going to stick it into the egg milk mixture, and then again back into the flour, and just put it on a clean plate. And then we're going to take, in a frying pan, you can use vegetable oil or canola oil. You can put some oil and butter in the pan and start getting that hot. Okay, so let's first salt and pepper each side of the meat. Put it in your flour. Okay, make sure your egg milk mixture is stirred up good. Then you're going to put it into that mixture. Make sure it's well coated. And then you're going to take and remove it and put it right back into the flour. And then stick it on a clean plate, because the next step will be to cook it. And it's very thin, and it's only going to take a few minutes to cook per side. All right, and then once we get the meat all cooked and everything, then we're going to remove the meat, and then I'm going to show you how to make a gravy for it. Okay, so I'll do one more and show you. You're going to put pepper and salt, and I'm using kosher salt, each side. First, stick it in your flour. Okay, make sure it's coated good. Then stick it in the egg milk mixture. It's a very, very easy dish, and it's delicious. Okay, and I really pound mine out really thin, so that way, I'm serious, you can cut it with a fork, it's that tender. All right, back into the flour, nice and easy. Okay, let me get the rest of this meat done, and then I'll take you over to the stove and we'll do the next step. Okay, I got all the cube steak all breaded. Now I've got some vegetable oil and some butter in the pan, okay? Now, we're going to put in the meat. And like I said, it doesn't take long to cook it. It's pounded out really thin. Figure 2-3 minutes per side on medium heat. And then when we're done cooking all the meat, we're going to make a nice gravy to go with it. All right. And this is really good. And like I said, if you like it, you can really put what you want in with your flour when you're doing your dredging station. Whatever flavor spices that you really like to use. You could use garlic powder. You could use, like I said, if you like it spicy, you could put in some cayenne pepper to whatever kind of seasonings that you like. We use a lot of seasoned salt around here, and so that's what I go with, and also paprika. It also gives it besides flavor a little bit better, more in color. All right. Now you want to make sure when you put your meat in the frying pan, you want to make sure your oil and butter is hot enough. Okay. You heard it sizzle when I put the meat in the pan. Okay, that's what you want. And that's almost ready to flip over already. I told you it doesn't take long. And this is really good. And I've got 10 pounds of potatoes over there that I'm doing afterwards. And when I make my mashed potatoes, I like to actually throw in some cream cheese and some real butter and milk. Sometimes milk and heavy cream. And think about it. Mashed potatoes are hot when you drain them. Why add cold stuff into it? You want your potatoes hot. So I always warm everything up and then I add it to it. All right, these are all ready to turn already. So we'll turn them right over. And any little bits that you get in the frying pan when you're done cooking all your meat, you want to keep it because that's all, like I said, extra flavor. Okay? And when you make your roux with flour, if you have any leftover flour from your dredging station, so it's already seasoned and everything, you go ahead and just use that instead of just getting out, you know, just some clean, plain flour. All right? And if you want to keep it hot, just keep it in a warm oven on like 200 or something, if you get a lot of pieces like I do to fry up. All right, let me get a paper towel so I can put it on my plate. The meat's almost done. And see how nice that comes out? Let me bring you over closer. There, can you see that? See, it doesn't take long at all. That's already done. All right, let me take this off and I'll get back to you in a minute when I finish cooking up the rest of the meat, and then we'll go to the next step, okay? Okay, everyone. The meat's all cooked. All right. Remember, we put some vegetable oil and butter in the pan. And now we're going to make the gravy. I keep whatever's left in the pan right in, okay? Bits and everything, because that's going to give you more flavor. All right, we're going to add about a third cup of flour. Twist that all in. And make sure you cook it for a couple minutes. Get that flour taste out of it. Whisk it right up real good. Get all those little bits. All that good flavor. And then we're going to add a little salt, kosher salt, and some black pepper. Then when your gravy's done, you can always taste it to see if you need any more salt or not, okay? All right. Now, I like to normally use heavy cream besides milk, but I ran out of heavy cream, so I'm just going to be using like 4 cups of milk, okay? Okay, now let's put in the 4 cups of milk, a little at a time. The heavy cream just gives it like a little sweeter, richer taste to it. It's just as good though with milk. All those bits can be really good flavor. I just keep all the whatever's left for butter and oil right in the pan that you cook the meat in. So use it all. Okay, it's almost done. And this is good. I'm making mashed potatoes. This is good with mashed potatoes and corn. And it doesn't take long to fix it all. Like I said, it only takes a couple minutes on each side to cook. But it's really important when you buy the cube steak in the store, you really want to use your meat mallet and pound it out more, because not only does it make the pieces larger, it makes it really tender. Okay, the gravy's almost done. Let it cook a little bit longer so it gets a little bit thicker. Now we can go ahead and taste it. See if it needs any more salt. Just a little bit more salt. Okay, gravy is ready. Okay, let me bring you back over to the counter. Okay, I got the gravy put into a bowl. And see how nice that came out? You see that? All right, and this is the meat. Okay, I got a piece on the plate. Now I'm going to put a little gravy over it. I'm just waiting for the mashed potatoes to get done. All right, and that's what it looks like. Country fried steak and gravy. All right, let's try a little bite. It's going to be really hot though. See how I cut it with a fork? Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. This is excellent. You gotta try this one. Okay, everybody. You take care, stay safe, and God bless you.